boy Jbird Gaming alongside my co-host Ayzo.
What
Thank
up?
you so much for tuning into the Bird's Nest podcast. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are. Subscribe if you haven't already. I mess up on that every single time. But with that being said, Ayzo, let's get right into the first topic of tonight's podcast.
Hey, man. Hey. So, if you are an anime fan, me and you both are an anime fan, we love,
Facts.
and if you want to take it back a while, you know we're going to bring up, there's only a couple things we can bring
The
up.
OG.
There's three animes. You got Pokemon, you got Dragon Ball Z, and of course, you got Naruto. And if you're a fan of Naruto, you know that there's a big announcement coming up December 17th.
17th. This
17th.
upcoming Saturday. Or not this upcoming, but next Saturday, I mean. I'm sorry.
Yep. Next Saturday. Or is it the Friday? I think it's the Friday.
December 17th falls on a Saturday. So, yeah. Saturday, December 17th.
Okay, all right, that's
But
cool.
yeah.
All right. So, with that being said, I'm curious, man. What do you think that thing's gonna be about?
I'm not gonna lie. There's so much that it could be. Like, a lot of people were saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you've seen this too, because it's been plastered all over social media that it's all just a dream. You know what I'm saying? That he's in a dream and
Infinite
that this whole
Tsukuyomi.
Naruto thing has not happened. And I hate to say it, but I just don't think that's the move, bro. Cause I mean, I don't think I would want that either. Cause like, bro, what was the point of having us watch all of this Boruto shit just for it to
The end.
be for nothing? You know what I'm saying? For it to be nothing. So what I think it is going to be is a video game. I think they're making a new Naruto video game. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people were saying that you know how they I don't know if you've seen them, but they've been like, I guess you could say, like posting revamped episodes from the original Naruto series. A lot of people were saying they were just gonna redo the whole thing, but I don't know if you know this or not. It takes about 100,000 per episode, and they're still doing Boruto. I just don't see them doing that. Not only would it be a waste of time, but it'd be a waste of money as well. And so that's just my thoughts on the announcement.
Well, obviously, you know, this is one of those short, quick things. You know, I've thought about it being a new video game, and the video game in particular I was thinking it could be is obviously Ninja Storm 5. And I've thought about it being that, and I could see that. Shinobi Striker is still getting its updates with all the new manga stuff coming out. If you've been watching Boruto, I haven't caught up recently. I've just now started rewatching it. I think I'm on episode like 80 something now. But Boruto, or spoilers, kind of a little bit. But you know, Naruto gains a certain type of power.
Fire.
That's different, and they added that to the game for Naruto, and that's a new revamped thing for him. So that's really awesome to see. But another thing is that I think is really cool is that we don't know. I think that's so cool about this is that we don't really know what they're going to do. And a lot of people are saying, like I said, I sent you the video where everybody's thinking he's going to wake up in an Infinite Tsukuyomi and Madara is going to have him.
So crazy, bro. You know how insane that would be?
That would break the internet.
Freaking insane. Nah, yeah, I without a doubt. But I want to say this though. Oh, go ahead.
It would kind of put down the point of, say, like Sasuke in a sense, because if I'm right about this, I believe Sasuke can look through all that type of stuff with his eyes at this point when he's fighting Madara, I think. So I think he's kind of past the. Actually, I know he is because he has the Rinnegan, so I think he can see past all of the Infinite Tsukuyomi stuff that Madara is doing. So I don't think that's necessarily true. If anything about it was true, Sasuke would save him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that I think would happen. But then again, I like the idea of the new video game, and also like Boruto, they put so much into it. And also like say like episode 1. Everybody knows episode 1 of Boruto. He's sitting there and he's like all grown up, and they're sitting there with destroyed statue or destroyed faces, sitting there looking at Kawaii. And you're thinking like, when's this fight going to happen? All you know is the swords clink, and then it's done. That's it.
Nah, yeah, that's all they showed for the first episode, and it's just like, what was that? You know,
and then it starts at a child. You're at child Boruto, and you got to get to that. You got to see that at some point.
Nah, yeah,
we got to see that fight. So I don't think they're going to push that out of anything. Boruto has gotten to the point where it was trash. It wasn't really that good to watch, and now it's pretty good to watch. It's a good series. Everybody's taking it so hard that it's not Naruto. and
Hmm.
it's not going to be. They say that many times. It's not going to be the
I
same
mean, it's
thing.
literally called Boruto. I mean, you can't expect. I mean, and it ain't like they just erased Naruto or killed him off or anything like that. Like literally, he's still in the anime. Like they still show him numerous times in the anime. So it's not like they completely have erased him from Boruto. But like they
Right,
have to understand, like, bro, like Naruto's time has passed, bro. He's the Hokage. He accomplished his goal. You know what I mean?
right,
Now it's time for the future. You know what I'm saying? The future of Boruto, and that's why I actually like Boruto a lot, low key.
yeah,
I actually enjoyed it, like even from the beginning. I even like the beginning even because it just you seen the future of Naruto. Like we grew up watching that anime, so
right,
being able to grow up and see Naruto finally accomplishing his goal and setting out, and he did what he said he was gonna do and became Hokage. I really liked it a lot. But what I was gonna say, if it's not a Naruto game that's coming out that they're announcing, I do think it's a movie. Whether that's a Boruto movie, which I don't think it'd be a Boruto movie since it's said Naruto
right.
across it. So I'm thinking I would love. I don't think this is it, but I would love to see like the first Great Ninja War, like or just one of the Great Ninja Wars
Yeah.
because they don't never really show it too much in the
Mm.
anime, which I'm highly disappointed about. Like I'd love to see like Minato, Kakashi's father,
Yeah.
bro, all of them go at it. It'd be crazy to see. But
I
nah, yeah,
think
that's my opinions on that situation.
I've looked at two things, and there's only two other things. Obviously, I mean, one we've already touched on. One I think is going to be everybody's talking about it being remodeled, like redoing the
Hmm.
whole entire old series, which is not a bad idea, but it's just that it's so expensive to do, like you said.
Yeah,
Unless they've already done it and they're just waiting to release it. We don't know. I mean,
yeah,
you know how much revenue Naruto's generated, so you know there's no telling. But the thing I think it is in a short simple form, I think it's, and I know it says Naruto or whatever, but ooh, or maybe burp, but I think that it's the jump to Boruto Shippuden. I think that's what it's going to be.
mm,
Um,
okay.
I think it's that
That is
time.
actually a good take. I haven't heard of that one yet, so that's actually a really good take, low
I,
key.
I think I think I haven't caught up. Like I said, I haven't caught up. I don't know what's all. I know there's some things that's happened that I'm not going to say here on stream. There's been people that
Yeah,
um there's been people, obviously stuff happens, people die, stuff like that, and I think that they're at the point. If I know about and no, I'm not talking about Naruto. As far as I know, I
nah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I don't know if Naruto's dead or not. I'm just saying certain things. Like seriously, like I'm not even lying.
I don't know
I don't
either.
know. Like I generally don't
I
know.
don't think he does. I'm pretty sure he
If he
doesn't.
does, if he does,
I,
if he is dead, I'm about to be freaking crying when it happens. but
nah, yeah,
but
facts.
no, I know. But I think, but from what I do know, I think some stuff has happened, some major
Hmm.
events that I've heard rumors about. And if
Nah, yeah,
those major events have happened, then I think it's kind of like it's bringing it into everything that Boruto can do now. Like they're gonna have their little ending like Naruto, regular Naruto did, and then they're gonna jump to him being a 16, 18-year old, the one that we've seen in the first episode.
yeah,
So I think that's gonna be pretty interesting to see if it
yeah.
takes place. And if it does take place, dude, I'm all for it because, like, if I'm not wrong, if you're not talking to spoilers, which I kind of
Hmm.
seen it, not this ain't a spoiler. It's just what you see in the first episode of Boruto. All you gotta do is go watch it. Seriously, just the
Yeah.
first
It's
episode.
literally the first scene
Yeah,
of the whole series.
he's wearing a Rogue Ninja headband, which if you watch literally
It's pretty
4 or 5
bad.
episodes, he's wearing Sasuke's headband. It's Sasuke's headband,
Yeah.
and he's also wielding Sasuke's sword. So I think whatever it's going to end up as in this series, it's going to be freaking dope. And if they do take our
Yeah.
childhood and end it and get rid of those guys, I think they're going to do them justice.
They're leaving it in good hands. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. So I think it's going to be worth it. So whatever they got planned, I think it's going to be awesome. It's just one of those things that I figured we should bring up on the podcast because I
Nah,
think it's going to
yeah,
be a
for
bit.
sure.
If it is either one of if it's any of those things, I think it's going to break the internet because I think people are going to be so excited, a lot more excited than what we think about the Boruto Shippuden jump.
Yes.
So if that's what it is, that's what I truly think it is. If you want to ask me what I truly think it is, I think it's that. But if it's not that, then I'm gonna say it's a video game. So that's my
Nah,
take on it.
yeah. Yeah, that is a very good take. Like I said, I think me and Azo speak for everyone whenever we say that us anime fans, I don't think we could be any more like excited for this. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what it could be. It could be a movie, a game, a new season. You know what I'm saying? Just anything. So I really hope it's not nothing like lame. You know what I mean? Because like it's so hyped up right now. It's got to be
Right.
something good. You know what I mean? Like watch them be like, oh, it's a mobile game. You know what I'm saying? But like surely they wouldn't use an
Uh,
announcement for a mobile game. I'd be so disappointed. And speaking of disappointment, neither me or Ayzo are like big rapper fans or into the rapping like community like that. But one thing we did want to touch on just a little bit was the fact that Kanye spoke on a particular individual in
yeah.
such light words. And like I said, neither of us can relate with
His words.
like with what Jews and like things of that nature what they're going through. Cause and I'm gonna just go ahead and say what he said. He basically was just saying that, like I said earlier, this particular individual wasn't that bad. And I think you guys all knew what I'm talking about whenever I brought up Jews. And like I said, it was just uncalled for. Like, what was the point? You know what I'm saying? He basically was just like everybody has something to bring to the table. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I mean,
And that made no sense. Like, I just don't understand why he would just I don't know. I'm just Kanye's going through a lot right
flabbergasted.
now. But yeah, you what are your thoughts on the situation, Azo?
Man, okay, so here's my thing. Like when you talk about this particular person, you're going to learn about it in school. Everybody knows what he did.
Nah, yeah.
It is
Just
what
evil,
it's
bro.
it's part
Like, I don't
it's
care what nobody say.
right, and it's part of history. And when it's done, it's done. But like you don't, I see, I can almost see what he was trying to do, but why?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why
like
would you
why
do
would
it?
you
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I see that you were trying to. What he was trying to say was, this is me taking it. This is what I
yeah.
think he was saying. I mean, I could be 100% wrong,
Nah, yeah,
but
just trying to be devil's
yeah,
advocate. I feel you.
yeah. And I ain't trying to be like it's. I definitely by no means am I like backing him up saying, well, he's
Nah,
right.
yeah.
No, no,
Well,
hell
he does
no.
have a point.
Yeah, no. He
Nah,
was
yeah.
he's trying to say that basically everybody is worth a little bit of something. And yeah, they are, but like, dude, you're
Come
out of
on.
pocket.
Like this guy,
Like,
like,
you're very out of pocket for saying this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're the big. Don't get me wrong. He's like I said, he's got a lot of
yeah,
stuff going
he's
on,
one of
and
the biggest rappers in like one of the biggest influencers in the world. So
ever.
you know a lot of people, yeah, you know a lot of people have their eyes on him and are listening to him. So when he says things so outlandish like this, and this isn't the first time he's been in the drama situation, especially with him going through everything with Kim Kardashian. It's just like you said, Azo, like, bro, you know you have a lot of attention on you. Why would you even bring light to something that evil? Like, I think I can speak for everyone when I say this. Like, even Germans, like, I feel like even they feel this way. Like, he was just an evil person. Like, there's just no excuse for what he did. I don't care,
No,
you know what I'm saying? What anybody says, there's just no excuse for killing off millions of a certain race. It's insane to me how you can find light in that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's
yeah.
always a good thing to find the good things in a little bit in everything, but like, bro, like, come on.
Like,
There was just no point in bringing that up.
yeah, like you could have used. There's some
Any
other.
other person,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. And like I said, I didn't watch the full interview. I don't know if he's the one who
Yeah,
exactly
same.
brought it up or if somebody asked him. But
Yeah,
either
that's a
way, even if somebody asks you and says this thing or says this person like, well, is this particular person good? And then you go
yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, I
Every,
mean, yeah, like, dude, like, no, don't say that shit. Like, come
nah,
on,
yeah.
you being on that platform, even if you do truly believe that. Like that's what I've never understood about fame in a sense of or being
Mhm.
a big influencer. Like if we ever got to this point, I just don't see the point in shedding light on this type of stuff. Like you don't put yourself in a situation where you could be real like you could jeopardize everything you have.
Nah,
Like
yeah,
don't put
literally.
yourself in that position. You're in that position because you've been successful and congratulations
You've
and
grinded,
kudos.
you know what I mean?
But don't screw it up over something like that. Why?
It was
But
just
but uh,
dumb, bro.
but not only that, he is truly campaigning to be the president now. If you've seen that, that was announced today. He is truly
Nah, yeah. Which
as
is crazy he'd bring something like that person up and you're
yeah
running for president. Like,
that
makes no sense.
and we talked and I hope this doesn't affect the wrong people here when I say this,
Mm,
but you know we talked about men's mental health last week
mm-hmm.
and you can kind of see it. I don't know exactly what it is, but
Nah, yeah, he's
It, you
going
know,
through some things, man.
so I hope all the best wishes go out to him, even though he had his whole deal. You still wish the best for people.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
I hope whatever dude is struggling with on in his personal life, I hope he
Mhm.
he he figures it out with himself. So,
Nah,
he's
yeah.
and I know everybody has their own battles and fights their own fights, and
Mhm.
whether you know it or not, even people with millions of dollars fight their own fights. So, you know,
Mhm.
you gotta kind of give those guys credit where credit's due. So, I hope he works it out. But like I said, I just don't agree with
What he
anything
said.
what he said. So, you know.
Nah, yeah, and like Azo said, like neither of us are saying that we hate Kanye for what he said. We do hate what he said and how he said it. Maybe I think that's more of what it like more so like where the problem is coming in at is just how he said it. You know what I mean? Like maybe if he would have reworded it like you said, but like I don't know. It was like I said, by any means we do not hate Kanye. But I do want to say this. This is why Drake's the GOAT. Hey, this is why Drake's the GOAT.
Oh my
We're in that
god.
topic on that. And
Oh
speaking of
my
GOATs,
god.
2020 year has damn 2020 year
Man.
2022 has been filled with a ton of great movies this year. I'm not gonna lie, we got some banger movies this year. And so one thing Azo and I wanted to talk about on the podcast is what was the best movie of 2022?
Yep.
And I'll let you go first on that one because I'm
Well,
still kind of thinking. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah, I know. I'm still thinking, but like,
Let me
let me just, yeah, let me get. I gotta
I'm
get
saying,
like
let
a,
me look up some movie. Wait, what movies even came out this year?
yeah, I gotta double check on what movies came out this year. That way, I kind of have like a good idea for movies I've
I'm
seen.
saying,
Um,
oh yeah, like just recently the Black Panther movie that just came
right,
out, Black Adam, just a bunch of
right.
recent movies that I'm listing off. But yeah,
I
like I
would,
said, I'll let you go first if you're ready.
I think I didn't realize this movie came out this year. Easy, my hands
Was it?
down.
Was it? What
I
is it?
have
What
to
is it?
say the new Batman movie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the new Batman movie. It was 3 hours long. I know a lot of people would hate that, and the thing about it that
Nah.
made it
Yeah.
so good for me is that when they first announced it, I think it was like might have been late 2020 or early 2021 when they announced that movie, and I was so hyped for it. And I had forgot about it for the longest time, and then they finally released a trailer like late 2021, and it was Robert Pattinson playing it,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was like, "Ew, Twilight, Batman guy, that ain't good." Like that's not gonna work out.
Nah. Yeah.
But if you truly ask me, I think that it, like, honestly worked out really well. I think he played an amazing Bruce Wayne. He freaking nailed it. And then Catwoman to go along with, I can't remember her name, but I know she was in the movie Divergent. But she freaking killed it. She was awesome and playing Catwoman, and I digged it. I think it was awesome. It was a long movie. It was drug out, but I think it made it more of a crime movie. I enjoyed that. They made it more of a crime movie with the Riddler, and his
Yeah.
puzzles, and I thought it was a good movie. It just came down to it. Like if you're into crime and you've always not liked the little cheesy aspects of Batman sometimes or whatever, like this
Mm-hmm.
shows a true investigation, like trying to figure stuff out and things like that. I think it was awesome. I think it was a pretty good little niche at everything. I think it was good. There was nothing. I mean, like there was nothing spectacular. It was just a good movie. It was a
And
good OG superhero movie, and I enjoyed it. So that's my top movie for 2022. I'm sure there's other ones that I'm looking over. Like obviously I've seen Smile. I did. It was pretty good. It's probably the
I
best horror
actually haven't
movie I've
seen that.
seen. It's probably one of the better horror movies I've seen. But that's probably. I mean, because I haven't watched the new Black Panther or anything yet, so I can't
Yeah,
judge
me
it
either.
yet.
Same.
I
I have
can't
not
judge
seen it
it.
yet.
I want to. I've heard it's really good. I've heard it does Chadwick Boseman a lot of
Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do.
a lot of good. So this list might change in the near future, but as of right now, where I stand, I think Batman takes the spot for me.
Um, unfortunately, I still have yet to see the new Batman movie yet. I know I'm like literally almost a year late now, but I heard it's really good. Like you said, I heard I know it has its cons. Like I know it's has a lot of things that people don't like about it. But like I said, I haven't seen it for myself to give it like an official rating yet. But for my movie of the year, I would probably have to go with Nope. and that's the movie produced by Jordan Peele, and it got a lot of hate. Surprisingly, it got a
Have I
lot
not
of hate.
seen that?
It's basically where aliens come down. It's kind of a crazy movie. I'm not gonna
I
lie,
know. I know what movie you're talking about. I love
and it's
Jordan Peele movies. Yes, yes. Okay,
yes,
I haven't watched
yes,
it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
nah, yeah. Like I said, like, it got a lot of hate, but I'm scratched that. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I want that to be my movie of 2022. Low key, I don't know. I think I'd have to give it to Black Phone. Low key, you watched Black Phone, haven't you?
Black Phone.
Yeah, it's called Black Phone, and it came out like I think around October. It's the dude. He wears a gray mask. He kidnapped kids. You can look it
I
up, but
don't
it's
know. I don't
but,
know. I don't
but
know
I
that
feel
one.
like I feel like out of all the movies in 2022 that I've seen, that's probably the most entertaining one that I can think of off the top of my head. I was intrigued from the beginning to the end, and what more can you ask for from a movie? And it's one of the very few movies that I did see in the theaters this year. So I'm gonna have to go with Black Phone, either Black Phone or Nope. But I think I'm gonna have to give it to Black Phone just because Nope wasn't my favorite movie of the year. I'm missing out on so many. Like I know there's like the Adam Project that was on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah, I think my official locked in answer for movie of the year would probably be Black Phone. And like I said, that's
That's
another
not.
movie that people hated on.
I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those. And there's a lot. Like is Avatar coming out before the end of the year?
Oh,
I,
that's a good question.
I can't remember. A lot of people, and this is just talking about movies in general. You know, to add something more. I think
Yeah.
somebody said that this movie had to gross upwards of $2 billion to profit.
Mm,
You know that's
that's a lot of money.
like it has to get that just to be able to
Oh,
profit off of the profit off the movie. So
nah.
like let me look up, make sure that that's the right number. But I
Nah,
believe
yeah. And why you say that, I do want to just say, explain what the Black Phone is about for those who haven't watched it. And basically, it's about this child that was adopted and was like literally locked in a basement, but somehow his sister like was able to like use telepathy, like she was able to like dream and see where her brother was, and so like she kind of was like in a detective mode and type of vibe, and like she helped the police find her brother that was trapped below, but he also like helped himself because he survived down there. You know what I mean? It's definitely a movie worth watching if you guys have it already. Like I said, it does get a lot of like slander for a lot of different reasons, but I personally liked it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know for a fact that it was my favorite horror movie this year, and that's over Halloween, the Halloween the End. I liked it over that and a bunch of other movies. Um, but I'm probably, like you said, I'm probably missing out on a bunch of movies as well.
right.
But you got the answer for that
Yeah, yeah.
Avatar?
Okay, so obviously it's directed by James Cameron. Everybody knows that,
Okay.
and he's one of the highest grossing directors of all time. But what he said in the recent interview about Avatar was that it needed to make $2 billion to
Nah,
break even.
billion is, you said billion as in like with a B?
Yes, and it says
Nah,
if
that's
this listen to this
crazy.
listen to this though. Listen to this. If his estimate is correct, which a lot of people are saying that it is, because if you think about
Mhm.
it, it probably is. That would make the film the most expensive movie ever produced. Listen to this, easily beating Avengers: Age of Ultron, which only cost $599 million.
Ah, nah, that is an
So,
absurd number, bro.
so, so that means 599 million. Ooh, compared to 2 billion would be the new cost of this movie. That
Nah,
is
that is crazy.
absolutely insane. I don't even know, has a movie even grossed $2 billion before? That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
really big into
I'm,
the
you know,
industry.
that's. I mean, I'm just saying that. Like, I figured that would be something you would see.
That is crazy, man. And
Well,
and I don't
I would
want to
say
be
this:
that guy.
the
Oh, go
original.
ahead.
Oh, but here's another fact. I just asked.
Mhm.
I just looked. The
Yeah.
original Avatar, which released in 2009, was a box office smash hit, bringing in 2.9 billion. So that movie would have cleared it. But that's the original. We have waited
Yes.
almost 12
Yeah.
years. 12 years for this movie.
Nah. Yeah.
12 years, and I don't know, a lot of people, and the bad thing is a lot of people's hoping it's going to fail just where they don't make it. And
Yeah. I was just about to.
but I'm saying I don't want it to be that way, because I like the OG movie. It was so far ahead of its time with like
Mhm.
the CGI and stuff. I can only
Yeah.
imagine how good this one's going to be. So I
See,
think it's going to be
I'm
cool.
glad you mentioned that because I don't want to be that guy. but I low key, I feel like it's gonna be
You
overhyped. Like I feel
you
like
think
people are overhyping it. They're setting their expectations super high.
it's gonna
Which
be the
I mean, can
longest
you
movie
blame
too?
them? I was about to say, can you the longest movie what ever?
I think it's gonna be the longest one, 3 hours and some odd
Oh,
minutes.
dad gum. And like I said, I feel like it's definitely overhyped. I hope like maybe it does live up to the hype, but I was about to say the reason why it is getting so much hype, as much hype as it is because I mean, like you said, the producer said it's 2 billion. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't say it
It's,
needed to do that. He was just saying like, if we want to profit, if I want to
oh,
profit, he said if I want to profit, it's got to make this much to break even. Which I mean, like like when you put in a certain amount of a budget,
yeah,
they're still going to get paid and stuff. But they're saying like they're going to make the movie regardless. But
yeah. Regardless, yeah.
if they want to profit off of it and like add more money to what they're making or whatever, maybe people get some
Mhm.
bonuses or whatever it may be. They have to gross $2 billion.
That is so much. But like you said, the original one did 2.9 billion. So obviously they're like, oh, if the first one did this, surely the second one can do just as good, you know?
Well, it's the same
And
thing. Like if you take and make like 1.9, or like if he made like $1.9 billion, $1.99999 billion, he technically would not profit.
pay even.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy.
Nah, yeah, that is very crazy.
That's a big number. If for people that don't know, that's a big ass number.
That's a lot
Like,
of money. That's a lot
so
of money, bro. That's a lot of
for
money not
for
to
a movie
profit
that
off
for a movie not to profit, that's a lot of money. So.
of. For real.
But
But nah, yeah.
anyways, taking the dive back. Okay, we kind of did all our other stuff. We got our gaming, our anime, our wee boys, our movie stuff out the way. So
Yeah, word.
we're gonna take our verse to the other side and go to our sports realm. And
Mm.
if you know anything about college football here recently, besides the fact that Stetson Bennett's a Heisman candidate,
I'm saying, and the dogs, go dogs, word. Them dogs eating. And what's wrong
well,
with Stetson Bennett being a Heisman candidate? Bro has been killing it. Has he not? He's
I'm
been killing
messing.
it.
I'm messing. I'm one of the few people that actually do kind of like the fact he's in there. But
I'm
but
saying, hey, go dogs, word.
But speaking of that, him getting his dog to the playoffs this year, it would be a lot more interesting here in the next, I believe, 2 years when
Yeah, the next
college
future season.
football develops into a 12-team playoff bracket. So, Jbro, what's your
And wait,
thoughts?
oh, go ahead. I was
Uh,
gonna say before you continue with the question, I would like to state that for those who don't know, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm uneducated. I'm a casual. The playoff bracket as of right now is only a 14 playoff bracket, correct?
yeah,
All right. So what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is increasing the number of teams that are able to enter the playoffs to 12, from 4 to 12. So like the top 4 teams go into the playoffs and the
and they'll
rest are
stick.
just bowl games, right?
It'd be like the two bowl
And now
games.
it'll be the
So,
top
so,
12 teams in
yeah,
the playoffs,
so basically, what would happen is, I believe, is I think the first two teams get a bye
which
still,
is fair.
which is
Nah,
still
yeah.
fair, and they're already in the bowl games, and then the rest of the bracket is filled with 10. So one,
Hmm.
2, 3, 4, or something like that. I might be getting that
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it fills out the
Nah,
bracket.
yeah.
So
And so
you know,
you asked on my opinion on the situation, and I think it makes it a bit more exciting. It increases the possibility of there being a Cinderella story. It gives you like a Madness vibe, which it definitely isn't the same because March Madness, there's like, I don't know how many teams are in the brackets, but it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot to keep up with at least. And I feel like 12 is a good number. You know what I'm saying? You got 6 on each side. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is a really good number. It definitely
okay,
makes the playoffs more interesting in my opinion, because I feel like just for like a 14 playoff is kind of bland. You know what I'm saying? You got the, you know what I'm saying, you got two and then the championship, right?
right.
So it's just like,
Well, it's actually how they got it set up. It's because I'm looking at it now. That way, I ain't lying to people. So
yeah.
the top 4 teams now no longer play each other like that. They get a bye. All top 4 teams get a bye.
Also, all 4 teams get a
Yeah,
bye and
yeah.
then the rest play. Okay,
Yeah,
now that's
yeah.
fire.
So they get a bye, and then it turns into there's 6 bowl games. 6 bowl
Okay.
games. So when they win that bracket, then there'll be 4 bowl games that happen, which is
Mm,
the one that's represented in this. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen, what it would
yeah.
look like. And
Because
you got,
right now, I know you guys are like, damn, is this a geometry project?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So if you're looking at what we're looking at, you got you have the outside bowl games, and then you'll have the final. Basically, you have your your 12-game playoff or a regular playoff, and they'll move up to play into their top 4 bowl games. Okay, so when they move into my camera's not focused, they'll move into these top 4 bowl games, and then once those 4 bowl games are eliminated, then they move down to the final 4, if you will,
Yeah.
of Rose Bowl. This one has the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. You'll see what I'm saying when you see it on the
Nah, yeah.
screen, and then you had the final championship. So I think with this, I think it's like I said, yeah, it gives it more NFL vibe. Like you just have 4 teams.
Interesting.
Yeah, it gives more teams the chance to play.
Have an opportunity.
Yeah, like say UCF a long time ago when they were like, obviously they got beat by LSU that season, but they were 10-0 or whatever, no, and they didn't make the college football playoffs. But they still like everybody hyped like they should have got the playoffs or what.
They basically were claiming the championship, even though they weren't even in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they couldn't help that, So
yeah, for sure. But like you said, it gives those teams a chance now, so there is no excuse now. Like either you make it or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Obviously there's going to be those smaller schools that are doing exceptionally well that obviously just not going to be able to make it. I mean, it's only 12 teams, and in my opinion, college football is a bit more competitive than the NFL. Like you're more likely to see undefeated team in the college football, in my opinion, than you are to see in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. And with that being said, I feel like it just makes it more competitive because, like I said earlier, like there's more of a chance for a Cinderella story to happen with the 12-man bracket than with 4 teams. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in the 4 teams, you're supposed to be there. There's no upsetting about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so let's just say the 12th team ends up winning it all. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we'll see that soon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, it might happen one day. You know what I'm saying? So it'll just be exciting to see upsets. Like there's more. I feel like there'll be more upsets. I just think it just will make the bracket or in the playoffs in general just more entertaining and more interesting, in my opinion.
You give people more of a chance to play besides everybody just going, well, Georgia and
Alabama,
or even that like this year, everybody's saying Alabama got snubbed. Okay, well, in this situation, Alabama doesn't get snubbed. They're in the playoffs. If they make it, they make it. Like if they're worth it, then they're worth it. If not, then oh well. It happens. We all go through it. Everybody goes to that moment where they're like, "Damn it, my team should have made it." Unlike us.
I'm actually one of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a Florida State and Seminoles fan, but you know what I'm saying? I'm from Georgia, so obviously I'm gonna represent the G. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? As a Florida State fan, we literally haven't been relevant since Jameis Winston's departure. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, declared for the draft or whatnot. But yeah, we literally haven't been relevant since then. So we're just on our slump. You know what I'm saying? Just wait until Deion Sanders leave Colorado and come to Florida State. And since we're speaking of Deion Sanders, I do want to touch on this since we're on the college football topic. Deion Sanders left Jackson State University for Colorado University. If I'm any Colorado, University of Colorado.
Just regular Colorado, less Jackson State. Yep.
Yeah, and I just wanted to get your opinion on the situation because I know how I feel. I'd like to see how you feel and maybe it'll change how I look at it. But it's just a pretty crazy situation at the moment.
Coming from somebody like obviously people who play football, they'll get it. People with I'm not saying I have the perfect mindset, but people who understand it. He came in on the speech and he basically said, "If you want to quit, quit. Good. I want to bring in other people."
Yeah, that was crazy. I seen that, bro. Was like he walked in the Colorado locker room and was like, "Hey, y'all might want to go ahead and enter the transfer portal because I'm bringing my boys with me." He said, "I'm bringing my luggage." I said, "Nah, bro, ain't sugarcoated at all." Yeah. And I'm glad he did that though, because you don't want them sitting there expecting to have a chance whenever they're not. You know what I'm saying? So
well, not even that. I mean, it gives it motivation.
Fight for the spot. You know what I'm
saying? He's gonna weed out the ones that don't want to play.
Yep, he's separating the weak from the strong, and like not a lot of coaches take that direction whenever it comes to like a brand new coach. But obviously he knows what he's doing. He literally took that small little old Jackson State team and was winning games. He was winning games, and so and since we said that, you know what I'm saying, he at Jackson State, his departure from there a lot of this stuff is undisclosed and unknown or not verified just yet, but there's said to have been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes at Jackson State. And I just want to start off by saying this: Deion Sanders has been paying for the equipment, a lot of the stuff on campus, the players to eat, a lot of stuff. A lot of that stuff has been coming out of Deion Sanders' pockets. I don't know what exactly, but yeah, that
It's
is pretty
wild, man.
crazy. And I'll let Ayzo give his opinion on it first.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a. Well, I think if I'm gonna go in order, if you want my opinion on him leaving, good. That's what he wanted to do.
Nah, yeah,
Everybody said he took the Jackson State. He left them. What? No, no, he didn't.
he bringing them boys.
Yeah, he's bringing the people that he wants to bring. And Jackson State, I mean, if you want to coach, if you get an opportunity to go somewhere better, he wants to win ball games in a top 5 school. It didn't matter who offered him the job, he was probably going to take it because he wanted to be in a Power 5 school. So, he come in and he took Colorado, and he's a good chance that he could turn Colorado into something else because I don't know a single 5-star player in the world, obviously, with all these guys he's taking and committing to
Yeah,
Jackson State that doesn't want to play for Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders wins ball games. And
exactly.
the thing is that he had so many. I think what's coming up lately is the showing and what you were touching on is there's been so many issues at Jackson
Allegations.
State,
Oh yeah,
and I think that a lot of it's. I mean, obviously people stealing stuff out of his locker room. He
yeah. I
said
wanted to touch on that.
he said that himself. But there's been some things
Mhm.
saying that a lot of people might. I think this ain't confirmed. This is stuff that I think I've read with
Yeah,
stuff.
these are just rumors.
Yeah.
Chat. Sorry.
Confirmed that I don't think they're kind of Jackson State as a whole is not giving the players and the students or student athletes the money they need or the like if they get boosters or donations however that works there
Mhm.
they take out of that money and that's what makes Dion like you said pay for some of this stuff out of pocket I think
Yeah,
so it's a bad deal like if you're a big time college or whatever this is a bad deal and a bad look on your school
yeah, for sure.
and it's not good and I think either way either way I think 80% of the reason why he left besides the Power 5 school is because of that.
Nah,
And
yeah.
it is what it is. He's gone now. I think Colorado's going to be a good football team and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's short sweet
Nah,
to the
yeah.
point. I think they're going to be a good football team and I think that he's the right fit. It's a weird school, but you
I
know,
mean, it's different. It's different.
Colorado took a chance on Dion. And I think Dion's going to prove himself like he's always done. Prime time is going to prove himself like he always has. So,
Mhm.
so
Nah, yeah. And in my opinion on the situation, like I just want to start off by saying this: I 100% I do not blame him for leaving Jackson State. Like, like I said, if the rumors do come out to be true, bro, they have mishandled this situation. Like Ayzo said, I totally unfair for Deion Sanders. There's no reason why he should have to go out of his own pocket to provide for the school. You know what I'm saying? That's not his job. He's there to coach. And the fact that he went above and beyond for not only those players but for that school in general, bro, it just says a lot about that school that they like allowed the things that happened to him to happen. You know what I mean? And it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because none of it is Deion's fault. And I do want to touch on what you said earlier. Literally, Deion Sanders was at a press conference. I think after a bowl game. I could be mistaken, but he literally said he didn't know how he was feeling because they just presented him with the game ball or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just some of the players being players, and then just to come back to his office to figure out that all his stuff was stolen, watches, phone. He said he couldn't
wallet.
even call his wife, his mom to tell them they just won. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, man. It sucks for Deion Sanders. You can really hear the pain in his voice and how angry and upset and disappointed he was in the school. I think in that particular moment, I think that's when he decided he was leaving Jackson State University. Because I mean, that's just out. Like, bro, there's got to be some way to keep that more secure. Like, that's his office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't blame him. Like, I do not blame him at all for leaving Jackson State. And like you said, obviously it was bound to happen. Like you said, he wanted to he wants to coach at Power 5 school. You know what I mean? No, like nobody expected him to stay at Jackson State for the next 30 years. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that a lot of people expect him to stay like at least like a few more years, like maybe 2 or 3 more years. But I feel like that moment that boosted him. Like he didn't care where he was gonna go. Like
They
he just
ruined it
had to
for
get
him.
out of Jackson State. Nah, yeah, they ruined it for themselves. Like, what are they doing with his like with the money? You know what I'm saying? Because like if Deion Sanders is providing for the players, I think if I'm not mistaken, he's paying for the equipment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that shouldn't have to come out of his own pocket, but he's doing so because he's a great person. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks
Mhm.
for something like that to happen to Deion Sanders. And I hope he does fantastic at Colorado, man. And yeah, that's just my opinion on the situation. And then like you said earlier, him separating the wheat from the strong, I feel like that's a great move to do. I mean, like as a player, I'd much rather a coach be upfront with me and tell me how they're gonna go about things in position wise. And yeah, I feel like this is a good move for Colorado. They got themselves a gem in Deion Sanders. He's not only is he a great coach, but he's just a great guy and a great look for a school. And I feel like he's gonna do great things in Colorado. That's my opinion on the
Yep.
Deion Sanders situation.
Well, with that, we're gonna take our dip, and we got to dive into wrestling as
Oh
always. So we
man,
got to touch on wrestling shortly, and this will be short and quick because I think this might be a little shorter pod, but it ain't nothing crazy. But
nah,
we're
yeah,
hanging out. It ain't always gotta be 2 something hours long, even though we haven't had the one that long yet. But
nah,
still,
yeah,
but no. So the question is, it's a little award. Who do you think's gonna win Wrestler of the Year?
yeah. So yeah, I thought of this topic. I seen it on Twitter. And basically, people were wondering who do you think deserves WWE Male Superstar of the Year? And the poster consisted of superstars such as Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Gunther, Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? The Tribal Chief, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Breaker. But obviously, there's more options than just that. And with that being said, I got two options, but I want to see who you choose first to make my decision. So I'd like to see who is your like person for superstar of the year.
Honestly, who I think at the beginning, I kind of, I only want to say, I want to say, I'm gonna pick one just because I want to.
Okay, okay.
I want to put Edge up there just because of simply the whole starting the whole, the what do you fuck
The
why?
Judgment Day.
Yeah, I think that's something. I think that was really cool. I think that's really
That's fair.
dope. So I think that's something that's all like really dope. So I think it's turned into something dope. So I think him turning heel for that little bit to be something different, I think was pretty cool. But besides that, in all honesty, my final answer though on some real shit, it's got to be Seth Rollins.
Okay,
I
I ain't
got,
gonna lie, I was gonna say that, but
uh,
I'm glad you did because now I
I
can say this other guy without making him seem bad.
yeah. So I wanted to say Seth Rollins. A lot of people probably would have said Cody Rhodes at the end of the day, but he
He just
hasn't.
didn't wrestle enough
Yeah, he didn't wrestle enough for me.
due to that injury, obviously.
So I'm going with Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins. All
You
right,
know,
man. Monday Night Rollins. Okay, okay.
yeah,
And I was actually gonna say Seth Rollins as well, simply because I mean he knows how to bring in a crowd. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to entertain. And at the end of the day, it is world wrestling entertainment, and he can do both. He can put on a performance in the ring and on the mic. And so I definitely could see where you're coming from with wrestler of the year. Like I said,
yeah,
he definitely deserves it. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I didn't choose Seth Rollins, I mean, not only because you chose him, obviously, but because this superstar has single handedly dang near got me back into watching Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, pay per views alone. He's just that entertaining. And he made this faction 10 times better than what it ever could imagine being. And that superstar is Sami Zayn, the honorary Oos. And like I said, the reason why is because he is just so freaking
you about
entertaining.
pissed me off.
He what? You don't think so? You don't
I
think
know. I
so?
said you about pissed me off. I thought you was about to say
Oh,
Roman Reigns.
oh yeah. I mean, I would have chose him, but like you said, he hasn't won it. Like you know what I'm saying? He hasn't won. Like when was the last time Roman Reigns won an actual match, like fair and square, no interruptions?
Exactly. Okay.
But he's still a tribal chief. I mean, what can I say? I mean, don't blame. I'm saying don't hate the player, hate the game. But with that being said, like I said, I
Mm.
have to go with Sami Zayn because he is just so freaking entertaining. Like I said, he made the bloodline 10 times more exciting to watch than they could ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? Without Sami Zayn, honestly, I feel like the bloodline would not be as entertaining as they are. Like, I watch Friday Night SmackDown just to see what the bloodline is gonna do because of Sami Zayn is there. I'm like, I've never been so intrigued with wrestling to like, because I think we all know that the turn is coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Either Bloodline is gonna turn on Sammy or Sammy's gonna turn on Bloodline. And so I'm waiting every Friday night, like, is this the week? Is he gonna put us on like is this the pay-per-view? Is when it's gonna happen? And I think Triple H has killed it with this honorary Uso role and how he's got this thing going. It's same with the Rey Mysterio, Dominique Mysterio scenario. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder how it's all gonna end. You know what I mean? Like like you said with the Edge and Judgment Day. Like, I wonder how it's gonna end. And I think it's just that's what wrestling is all about, in my opinion. Obviously, besides the in-ring work, I feel like being able to entertain and being able to draw a crowd and make people want to watch and like anticipate and like make people be anticipated on what's happened or like what's to happen next. And I feel like Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins both do that to a T, like literally perfectly. And I feel like those are two solid superstars for Wrestler of the Year. I mean, you said Seth Rollins. I'm going with Sami Zayn. Like I said, my original choice was gonna be Seth Rollins, but I'm glad you chose him so I could say Sami Zayn because they both totally deserve it. The way they've been killing it, not only in the ring but outside of the ring as well on the mic and stuff.
I agree.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty
and
good
so
choices, man. So
nah, yeah,
yeah, and it's gonna always flutter and go between or whatever.
yeah,
But
and maybe it'll change. Maybe it'll change.
you never know. But in case you guys didn't know, it's that time.
It's the best part of the podcast, the best segment of all of podcast history. The Bird is the Word segment of the podcast. And this is my week. And so Ayzo, I mean, you know how we started the podcast off. We started off with the Naruto announcement.
Okay.
And so my Bird is the Word question for you is, who are your top 3 Naruto characters? Top 3 Naruto characters right off the top, right off the dome. Like I said, he did not know about the top 3. Like I said, I just want to say this before you answer. That also give you time to think about your top 3. Is whenever we do these Bird is the Words topics or these top 3s and top 5s and things of that nature, we do not tell each other what the question is just so we can have more of a raw reaction, a more on the spot reaction. And yeah,
all right, I'm ready. All right, you ready?
Top 3, baby.
You know,
you can throw honorable mention in there too if you'd like, but top 3.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, and this is going, everybody's gonna hate on me for this, but I'm gonna explain my reasoning for it. Okay. Just why I can show some more love. Naruto is gonna be my honorable mention, just because the simple fact of everybody's gonna be like Naruto. I'm gonna show some light on some other people besides Naruto. Everybody knows Naruto is the GOAT. Everybody knows Naruto is the GOAT. Everybody knows that. But there's some other people that I want to justify right now. Okay. All right. Number 3. We doing 3?
Okay, we got
3?
3 spot. Yep, just 3.
Three spot. All right. I'm gonna have to go simply with. Oh shit! I thought I had it, but I don't. My 3 spot is going to be Shisui Uchiha.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
And
the reason I say Shisui, I'm gonna give a reason for everyone. Shisui.
Bet.
If you don't know, if he would have stayed alive, not losing his eye to Danzo, the first eye, then obviously giving his other one to Itachi. He literally had a genjutsu that was it's what is it called? Kodomatsukami, I think is the word for it. And I know we was talking about Infinite Tsukuyomi with Madara and stuff. This is basically a version of that, but he was going to use it on the Uchiha clan to kill them all after he was planning on doing Itachi's job. But what his job was is that his version was he could kill them and them still live out their lives without ever knowing that they died.
Dang.
And that was...
I didn't even know that.
But obviously Danzo ruined that plan once he found out, because Danzo obviously wanted it wanted whatever the Uchihas were planning to do to happen. That's why he hated. That's why he hated them so much, and obviously that's why he hated Itachi and Sasuke and whatever else, because they basically stopped it, and Sasuke was the last one to live. All this other type of stuff. So that's why I put Shisui where he's at. He's way more powerful than what people think he was.
And I think I don't want to cut you off, but like I think the reason for that is because he just didn't get a lot of screen time because for the reasons you said. I mean, he died. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he died, so obviously he didn't get as much screen time. But yeah, I definitely think people should really look into the
significance. Yeah. He had a big significance. Like, he's the whole reason why Itachi is the way he is. He was if you don't know, he was Itachi. He wasn't too much older than Itachi, but he was his mentor. Like, he was his mentor. He was like you know how like Konohamaru is the Naruto. That was his that was his Naruto.
That was his Naruto.
Yeah. So it's a pretty big deal. But my number 2 spot, and y'all are gonna hate me because I'm gonna pick all this stuff. I'm a Uchiha fanboy. So my number 2,
man, ain't nothing wrong with that.
My number 2 is going to be Itachi, obviously. Because his story, him coming in, everybody thought he was the bad guy brother. But in reality, he was the most true-hearted, right person. He was the most right person. He did everything that he did was for good. Yeah. Now, he didn't always do the best thing, but he was very cold-blooded in his ways. And he ended up with, the hate and the burden on his shoulders of killing the Uchiha clan.
His whole family.
But nobody ever knew the truth of it until he finally came across to the point, and it took him being reanimated to tell Sasuke why he did what he did. And because Sasuke fought him, and then he just ended up and died, and
I mean, he was sick. I mean,
he was done, and that obviously led on to my number 1 choice.
Okay, I think I know who it is, but go ahead.
He is simply put is in Naruto or in Boruto as the guard. He is the guardian of the Leaf Village from the shadows.
I know where you're going here.
He is every bit of. Actually, Naruto said he is more powerful than he will ever be. And that guy is Sasuke Uchiha. That is my favorite character.
Uchiha top 3, I see it.
It's just a simple fact of Sasuke is I'm a Uchiha fan. I can't help it. It's just the truth.
That's fair.
But Sasuke is literally he's a part-time Hokage, and you can't tell me otherwise. He does everything. He does Naruto's dirty work. Where Naruto won't kill, Sasuke will kill. Where Sasuke is cold-blooded, he is tough. And it makes him almost unbeatable. He's almost unkillable, which Naruto is too, to an extent. But you take away, it's just the same. You take away Sasuke's Rinnegan, it's almost like taking away Naruto's Kurama from Naruto. But Sasuke is literally how many times is Naruto and Boruto, if you watched it, save Naruto's ass?
Or so many times, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's entertaining, man.
Yeah, and Boruto, Sasuke is also obviously Boruto's sensei. He's his teacher. It's hyped up, and everybody. Sasuke turned heel. Everybody knows. I like to turn heel. Had his episodes. But he obviously came back, and he protects the village with. I love the part in the movie. I love the part of the movie where you haven't seen Sasuke since he left the village. And in one of these movies, Sasuke, literally they're fighting on the moon, and literally Kakashi at this point doesn't have his Sharingan. Yeah. So they have a planetary devastation almost coming towards the planet, and look coming towards the Leaf Village, and Kakashi's sitting there looking at it with a bunch of guys we can't do nothing. And then you just see a dash across the screen, and it's Sasuke just looking with a bandana on. He looks at him. You see his Rinnegan. He looks back. All you hear is what does it say? Chiroi. Just like this thing. And it just and blows the whole thing up. I was like, oh,
bro, he's so powerful, dude.
Because Naruto was fighting on the moon, and Sasuke was still there, and he defended. I'm telling you, he's the Hokage. He's a part-time Hokage. That's what he is. And I want to say, if it's not Konohamaru, if Naruto ever does die, if it's not Konohamaru that becomes Hokage, it's going to be
Sasuke, for sure.
It's going to be Sasuke. They got to give. I would think they got to give it to him, right?
Nah, yeah, absolutely. Like you said, if they're in some, like, if in some way Naruto does end up passing, I feel like the next step in line should definitely be Sasuke Uchiha. I mean, like literally, I can't think of another person who deserves it more than him. You know what I mean?
But
And that caps off your top three.
yeah,
Sasuke Uchiha.
yeah, Sasuke. I mean, he's just. And he's
He's
only
just
got,
cool.
but he's only got one
He's
arm too. One arm.
Nah, yeah, he's badass with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's the baddest like one-armed dude I've ever seen in my life.
With a sword and all that type.
Nah, yeah.
Literally with a sword. I mean, he's just tough. And I don't know. I think if it wasn't for Sasuke, there's a lot of shit that wouldn't have happened. So.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
Anyways,
you mentioned him. Oh, go ahead.
You know, you're good. Anyways, you're good.
I was about to say,
your turn.
You mentioned him being a part-time Hokage. He's also a part-time father.
Yeah. Hey, no, you want to get serious? So is Naruto.
Nah, yeah.
God, they suck at being dads, but that's just the truth of it.
Hey, man, I mean, they make up for it for being.
How is Sasuke a better parent to Boruto than he is to his own
I'm saying,
daughter?
That is crazy.
And
then, should have had a son instead.
Anyways, your turn.
But
Go
yeah.
ahead. I'm gonna imagine what yours is gonna be. I don't know what yours is gonna be. I'm curious.
I'm excited for mine. I really could do 4, but I can only do 3 with an honorable mention.
Oh, I know what your top one's gonna be. I already know what it's going.
I mean, you know me.
I already know what it's going. I already know what it's going to be. I'm curious if I'm right, but I'll let you know if my answer like change or you say it before I think it's going to be.
I think you know who it is. I talk about this person all the time, and I'm hesitant to put him in my win spot just because I know I'm gonna spoil it. So my honorable mention, I'm not gonna lie, I have to be Naruto. No. Damn, it's so hard because you don't want to leave Naruto out the top 3 because I mean,
yeah,
it's Naruto, bro. You know how much he's brought to our childhood.
But he's still the GOAT, though. He's still the GOAT. I mean, yeah, I think it's respectable to put. I think more people would be honored to say like what to show that you're more into the anime than just Naruto. So I say, I say
keep him in the honorable mention just because I mean he is the main character, so obviously you know what I'm saying he gets a big plot armor. So I'll just keep him at the honorable mention. I think that's fair. And because like I said, like you said, Naruto was simply the GOAT. I mean, he's literally carried like for low-key Naruto was the beginning of people's animes. You know, like that was their first anime, you know what I'm saying? Is Naruto. And so definitely have to throw him in the honorable mention. Dang near, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't have these and also this top 3 list, guys, is not based on power. It's just our opinion. You know what I'm saying? Most of these top 3s that we do are just literally opinionated. And so the character that I have at my 3 spot may or may not shock a lot of people, but my 3rd favorite character of all of Naruto would have to be Neji. I absolutely love Neji.
That's a good pick.
They did nerf him in Shippuden, I feel like. And then spoiler alert for who haven't finished Shippuden, they killed him off. You know what I'm saying? They killed him off, and they sucked because, like I said, that was one of my favorite characters. And I'd have to say, when I first started watching Naruto, he was probably my favorite character. You know what I mean? He was probably my favorite character. Just because, I mean, I think he looked cool. You know what I'm saying? His motives were kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Byakugan.
Yeah, and the Byakugan eyes, I always thought those was the coolest eyes over the Shattering Gun. I don't care what nobody say. I always thought that shit was just so cool. Not more powerful, obviously not more powerful. But I just thought those shits were so cool. But now growing up and seeing, you know what I'm saying, Itachi's eye and all those. Because at the time, whenever I first started watching Naruto, whenever I first learned about Neji, the only Shattering Gun that we knew about was
Kakashi's.
You know, we just seen the you know what I'm saying, the normal Shattering Gun.
You didn't know about
then, I thought the Byakugan was the best eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why Neji is he's gonna be the gatekeeper at 3. And so now that brings me to my 2 spot, and that character is going to have to be Gaara. Gaara was such a unique character. Like, I've never seen a character like that. And his story was just so
dark.
It was just like, yeah, you could like it was just you could sympathize for him growing up. You know what I'm saying? Because you've seen him, he looks so demonic, he looks so angry and so brutal. He looks so, you know what I'm saying, just like such an evil person. He's like, every like you said, kind of like the Sasuke story, like how he went to Orochimaru, became the heel, and then turned face. That's kind of the same vibe I like with Gaara. You know what I'm saying? He he literally had the same like background. Like when you really like if you really bag it, he basically had the same, I guess you could say, story as Naruto, even, except for he didn't have the right people around him like Naruto did. He didn't have a Kakashi. He didn't have a Aruka Sensei. He didn't have a Sakura and Sasuke. He had his siblings. I think aren't those his siblings? The girl and the dude with the puppets, are those his siblings, or are they just in his clan?
I
I don't
think
know if
so.
they're like related to him or not. But regardless, that was his Sasuke and Sakura. And so I liked how they made it where he realized that after, you know what I'm saying, after him and Sasuke, or not Sasuke, after him and Naruto got in that iconic battle, and you seen Gaara return as kind of like a face. And I love that they did that with Gaara, like because you seen his childhood. It was heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there was anybody that watched Gaara's um upcoming and was like, oh dang, that's not sad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody thought that that was not sad. And I just feel like his character development was top tier character development. And that's why he's at my number 2. And this one character in all of Naruto is my favorite character.
I
And
know
it is
this.
probably a hot take, you know what I'm saying? But it's just my opinion. I mean, people can't be mad at this. Is my favorite character, but that character would have to be Minato.
Minato. Yeah.
It would have to be Minato, man. And I think everybody that knows me knows that I am a sucker for Minato. And it sucks because they do not show him enough, bro. And heck, we speak about the announcement. Hey, who knows? Maybe we're getting a Minato movie. Who knows? Who knows?
That would
Hey,
be or
that'd be
a
shocking.
Minato miniseries or something.
Yeah, or just something, bro. I feel like they didn't give Minato his flowers, bro. Like, bro is so cool. I always thought he had he had a badass Hokage cape. I think he has the coolest one in my opinion. Like, bro, Minato is by far one of the coolest characters that you'll see in Naruto, and unfortunately, you don't even get to like witness his greatness until like Shippuden, like late in Shippuden. So that sucks. Because like you said, it doesn't really shed a lot of light. It's kind of like Shisui. They don't really shed a lot of light on those characters that have a tremendous
Impact.
effect or outcome. Yeah, like you said, impact on the series itself. And so Minato is definitely at my 1. Like I said, it was interchangeable between Gaara and Minato. I was even thinking about putting Minato at the honorable mention just because they don't show him enough. But I can't go back on my word. Minato is my favorite character ever, regardless if they show him or not. And I think a big reason why he is my favorite character is because you mentioned the Storm Legacy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they make a new Naruto Storm game. But even Ayzo can tell you, like, back in the day when we used to play at our buddy's house, Naruto Storm 4, my go-to character was Minato.
And mine was Shisui.
Yeah, and I feel like that had a huge impact on me enjoying that character more because like he's the fastest. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Naruto's faster now.
He's the fastest. But I mean,
I'm just saying, like now Naruto.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Because he teleported.
Gotta be at my 1.
Yellow Flash, man. Yellow Flash.
Man, he was just cool. You know what I'm saying? He was just dope. You know what I'm saying? He was just a cool character. He was like Naruto, like, but cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but badass. Like,
yeah, he had everything that Naruto in a sense. Like he used the knives and everything, like the teleport knives. Like I thought that was, I thought it was cool. It's something that's not like It seemed like if you really want to be powerful in Naruto, you had to have like a certain type of eyes,
something given to you. To be honest,
yeah, some type of eyes or like obviously he just had it straight up. He had seals on his freaking knives.
That good.
Yeah, seals on his knives, and he was that fast, and he was that good. So, and he came up with the Rasengan. He came up with the Rasengan.
Like, bro,
so
y'all can't tell me Minato isn't number 1 worthy. Like I said, I know he doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he was my childhood, man, and I just think he's just badass. I just think he looks so cool. I mean, like I said, he's the coolest Hokage in my opinion, like look wise.
Right.
And I got Minato, Gaara. Who was my Neji, and then honorable mention for both of us was Naruto. And that is our bird is the word. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we're gonna get ready to wrap things up.
Yeah,
here,
man.
shortly.
Yeah, man. I think it's been a cool pod. It's cool to
It's a
touch on
great
some
pod.
Naruto stuff. Especially, I think it was a cool podcast to have since I've been watching a lot of Naruto lately. So, if anybody else has been like on a Naruto kick lately, let us know. Who's your favorite
I'm saying,
characters? You know,
in the comment section down below.
Let us know. Let us know who your favorite character is, and you know, stay tuned, or you know, check us out, streams, everything. Everybody on my end, you know, if I want to speak on something, you guys have been supporting the hell out of my Pokemon playthrough. So if you,
especially Withers, big shout out to Wither, man. Mad love.
Wither has been killing it, and I appreciate Beacon came by today. He hung out for a little while. Jbird, obviously, you know, you guys are awesome. You know, come check it out if you haven't come checked it out yet. Stream fairly regularly. Jbird streams a lot of time, so you know, check him out. You got anything on your end that you're coming up with?
Man, I just would like to say thank you to everybody that's been showing support and liking the videos, and you know what I'm saying, even sharing the videos. It goes a long ways. I'm telling you.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, we just like to say thank you for watching this episode of the Bird's Nest podcast. Please be sure to hit that like button, comment down below your favorite Naruto character. And you know what I'm saying, subscribe. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what are you doing? If you haven't subscribed yet, it's free. It's free, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, hit that notification bell.
And if you don't like it later, then you can unsubscribe.
I'm saying,
okay.
Like, you can, I mean, we'd prefer for you not to unsubscribe, because I mean, we got this banger content coming out every single Friday. You guys know the vibe. But yeah, this has been me, Jbird Gaming, my co-host Ayzo, and you've watched the Bird Nest podcast. We're out.
And we out.